Which part before we left off? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Let's Play Asagao Academy. And I just got a message about blueberry toast. I always decided possibly kind of being around him felt easy, refreshing. Or being doused in the midst of a waterfall. Oh gosh, what was she thinking? Her cheeks hot. She left the library. She was browsing her books under one arm. She sat in bed, eager to start with her new reading material, but by sitting at her desk, carving a pencil idly in the page of the notebook. Like she used a long, drawn-out sigh as to whatever pencil winding of the paper. Hana rolled her book into the bait. Something wrong, man? She let another dreary sigh. I'm sure you noticed me this year. Did you like him? I rolled around in a faint shock.
What?
You sure about that? I don't like Jerry. Oh. Hana closed her book and set it aside, decided to play along. Have you tried talking to him? No. I mean, I have before. Why don't you try again? She let her head from side to side. Saying this, like it never crossed her mind before. Yeah, maybe I could do that. Satisfied, she picked her book back up. You had a boyfriend, Hana?
What?
Huh? Me? No. Never.
Really?
Never? Not everyone is in a relationship before, during, after high school, you know. Well, maybe after. Not really during or before. Never. But 10,000 yen, that means a totally cute boy here follow up by the end of the school year. 10,000? That's like $100. I make more than that in 2 weeks. I don't need any money anymore. Crazy. How to bury first back in her book, borrowing my brain for the discussion. Final of the end of the year? Her? Sure, bank kind of deal. She'd take that bet. She woke the next morning with what felt like a lizard in her throat. Okay. I was already up, shuffling through her school bag with an enigmatic grin. Her first day of school.
Hana!
Hi, you're finally awake. Blew such the air like a knife. And Hana winced. She's definitely, well, definitely a warm person. So, aren't you excited? Can't wait to see what's gonna happen. What do you mean, something happening today? It's always strange to have on the first day of school, especially someone like you. It's gotta be the hair. What you mean?
What?
Someone like me?
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean. She smiled and started messing with the pile of papers on her desk. My voice installation program is not installed on this computer. It's not compatible with the OS. Shaking her head, she got out of bed and pulled her uniform out of her closet. Her palms sweat as she had a little vestibule jacket. Was it supposed to be different here than they were at home? But the problem wasn't actually the school. She took the thoughts out of her head and changed to her uniform. Oh. Is it? So cute.
Really?
Really? He crept up her neck.
Yeah!
Yeah, sweet, your hair matches your uniform so well. You probably straight out of the ground. Thank you. Watched the back of her eyes and she turned to start packing her backpack. What was she getting worked out about something? What was this? She must have got less than she thought. Something wrong? No, I'm just happy. How dumb was that? I started crying the first time someone be nice to me? Nice to her? It depends on how your past affects you and how the present conjures the past. Your body can't compensate sometimes. She took a deep breath to steady her nerves. We're not even asking that. Thud! All you had up for long is something like a horse hoof standing at their back. You just find out, boy. It's going to be awesome. Hana still peered over her shoulder. That was you?
What?
Huh? Maya stood behind her, her hand raised. Somehow she had the strength of a bodybuilder. Nothing. How was supposed to her bag up when she spotted Book Statue lying on her nightstand? The picture showed. He said if she ever used sense to store away, she'd take it with her. It's pretty good so far. Maybe it would be smart to bring it on, just in case she had no one to talk to in class periods. Was she there for her first day of class? Now, this is when the opposite actually does matter. If you want to go for Satch, you need to take it. If you don't, you want to be behind. But I always want to have as many options as possible. So I'm going to take it. She put it into her already overfull bag, biting her lip. Never to be impaired, right? Dog is barking at someone walking by, probably on the way to school today. Jet! Jet! Come here! Yeah, let's go. I think you'll be fine. I opened the door and together they stepped into the hallway, merging with a stake full of tree and grass and fruit-flavored perfume. Oh my. I never knew this before. No way, really? That's so awesome. Now we will catch up. What happened between you and... The other girl shifted as they headed down the stairs. Suddenly, Hannah found herself surrounded by people she didn't know. What would she turned out to be? Lights made faded and the buzz of the voices in the air. Oh no. What would she do if they got separated? Anxiously, Hannah searched the crowd of girls for Maya, but she couldn't find her. One was just in the same outgoing uniform. It was still tearing them apart, and being so short really didn't help the situation. As they turned the last corner down the stairwell, she saw a flash of red hair a little ways in front of her. Hi? She reached girls and tapped on her shoulder. Huh? Oh, who are you? The girl's eyes flashed, almost like a total electricity shot through them. I'm sorry, I thought you were someone else. Said nothing, and turned away before I knew it. I was inside of Fruma's house watching the flow of her dispersed across campus. Mouth overseen. She couldn't even hear her chirpy voice. Oh man. She took a deep breath, biting her lip. It's not a big deal. She could go to class alone. But she didn't even know where the building was. She reached through her backpack and read out her class schedule. Homeroom. 206 Poppy Hall? What's Poppy Hall again? What the class on the other side of campus? She picked a direction and began to walk, trying to ignore her rising panic and the thought of arriving late to the first day of class. At third year, no one knew her. All the people staring. Hey, you okay? You look kind of lost. Someone called out to her and she turned around, all simply for joy. And she froze the Robots jacket. She was part of the Robots Club. She could practically feel her tongue swelling in her mouth. This is a Robots Club member. She had made a good impression. He was one of the founders, right? Then he must be John. Yes. I don't know where Poppy Hall is. The freshman? No problem. My class is Poppy Hall. I'll walk you there.
Really?
Really? That was wonderful. Thank you. Is this really happening? He began walking toward the large brick building in the enthusiastic manner, pumping his arms up and down like he was some kind of show tune. Hana followed a step beside him. Look at this plug what I'm drinking in Cherry Coke. That's a little plug. I didn't notice that Maya pointed his hand out to me yesterday, but John had a big brown eyes and a rollicking face. He was basically a human puppy. Okay. She glanced up at him out of the corner of her eye. Beep. A bird. A bird on his shoulder. It was always made Hana uncomfortable. Something about the ease at which they could poke out someone's eyes. Something wrong? Or just stop? No, nothing's wrong. He followed her gaze to the bird on his shoulder. Oh, this is Jacques. Isn't he cute? Nice to meet you. It spoke. Yeah? Put his hand on his shoulder. Jacques jumped into his palm. That's a little bird, see? Hello. Jack's eyes gleamed dangerous red when he spoke, but nothing else suggested he wasn't a normal bird. In fact, if she had known better, she would have said the red in his eye was painted on. It's amazing. Jack switched his head to the side, examining Hana in return. The more he looked at her, the less afraid she was. What are you looking at?
What?
Nothing, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, you like to be a little sassy. Who are you calling sassy? I'm the sassy one. I don't forget to feed you. Shucks, that was one time. I was so sorry, the voice heard the world. Loveless, afraid. Ignore him, I bring him to the Jonathan, but he's taking it a little too well to it. I see how this is. Shark have nothing to add to the conversation. Shark fixed on John's shoulder, this time facing away from them as if miffed. They zoomed their watch towards Poppy Hall. John's out of the way. Call me John. Hana, nice to meet you. Hana? That's a cute name. Thank you. So how long you had jocks? Just middle school. Been together for 4 years now. Ain't that right? I'm not listening. Yeah, well... I love him to death. I don't know what I'd do without him. It seems like life would be a lot easier without him. But who's Hana to say? But they arrived at the book building. The white sign surrounded by poppies declared to be unsurprisingly Poppy Hall. It makes sense to me. I mean, you wouldn't call the park Dandelion Park with the dandelions. There weren't any. They probably took care of them. Which room are you in? Room 206. Seriously? Yes? That's my homeroom. We're in the same class. John nods and passes on his shoulder. Wonderful, you'll see more of you then, right?
Yeah.
Right. Together they entered Poppy Hall. Poppy Hall was long with fluorescent lights and Asagao blue walkers. Black students mowing around the hallway indicated they were a bit late. The downstairs made it to the classroom just as the bell rang. How's heart caught in her throat? Thankfully, she hadn't come yet. It said students come in tight pods and milled on the classroom, tasting about vacation days. These are showing a class, John. No problem, I'll see you around. He waved and disappeared to the ruling mass of students. Hana got to the room looking for an empty seat.
Hana.
My peer was still far from being the cuddling couple. Is that John Sean? Were you just talking to John Sean? Yeah. I was wine and I couldn't help. And she was smug. I didn't know the class after you guys separated, and then he offered to offer me. I am in a high pressure squeal, which we just heard. John Sean walked you to class? Oh my gosh, you had to tell me everything. She grabbed her by the wrist and pulled her to an empty desk in the back corner of the room, right next to the window. See the seat? Sin took off her backpack, looking on the side of the desk. So worried the book was so heavy to handle, but so far I had it well. So I got separated, by the way. I get a little chaotic sometimes. You been to my high school? If you drop something, you're never getting it back. It's gone. Tell me what happened. What did he say? What did he say? Does he have pizza buzz? Is it rough? Wait, what? These are very important I'm asking. Do you need to answer to them? His executive didn't have rough without code. Before she could answer, the doors in the front of the room stood open and a tall woman strolled in. Class was quiet, being escalated to their seats. Her heart beat furiously, blood rushing through her ears.
Class.
Good morning, class. Teacher's melodious voice swam through the room, calming the buzzing high of students back from break. Her shoulders relaxed, and her fear ebbed away. Our teacher, Shizuko Wakahisa. I'm not very good with Japanese pronunciations. You can call me Miss Shizuka. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, I don't feel like apologizing, so I won't. Emphasis she puts on the world. Then how to believe that behind her Mrs. was the mistake she would take lightly. Until events transpire that may or may not appear in this LP. I'll think about it. Somebody knows that we have a new student this semester. I hear of rumors passed through the class. Some people glanced at Hana. Nope, there was the fear again. Would you help me introduce yourself? Hi, nodded. She didn't slowly walk to the front of the room, counting her steps to make sure she wouldn't fall. She faced the class, took a deep breath to introduce herself, and noticed a familiar face in the crowd. Noticed down, seeing two other boys wearing Nobles Club jackets. One of the boys, tall Slim, was staring at her, the barest of frowns on his face. Something about him seemed really familiar. Wait. He was PBG, wasn't he? Was that found in the Nobles Club? Suddenly, all the strength left on his knees. What did you do? How was he frowning? Was it possible that she already made a bad impression on him? He had to be kidding her. If he didn't like her, what did that mean about everyone else? Would they follow his lead? He swallowed. The face of the class can go from one giant blob. You found my used to, right? She nodded and swallowed. Swallowed, and nodded again. Like me, but I noticed my smile and gave me a thumbs up. That's right. What am I doing in this situation? Yes.
My name is Hana Mizuno. I transferred from elementary to public high school. I'm really excited to be here. I hope you'll all take good care of me from now on.
The game is free if I haven't mentioned that already. Download is in the description right close to the first episode. She bowed her head to the class and then clapped politely. When she noticed that PBG wasn't frowning, but he still seemed oddly confused. Maybe I was looking at that. Thank you. You may be seated. She returned to her seat, having a small sigh. The hardest part of the day was over. She soon began to talk about standard procedure for the semester, the rules for classes, when homework was due, that sort of thing. It was all very familiar to her old school, she spaced out in spite of herself. Brief movement caught her eye. PBG again. She glanced at him and his head snapped back to the blackboard. What was his problem? He like that until it finally the bell rang and it was time for lunch. My sister arm overhead and yawned. Man, I hate the first day of class. Always so boring. The standard. It's like it's rule for the first class to be boring. You know, all this stuff, and then you don't get a lecture, and they hand you homework that's due at the end. That's due at the end of the day. That's 20 math problems. You got 5 minutes to do it. Yeah, study hall was full that day. What you looking forward to this morning? Something about exciting things happening? Oh yeah, but I already did. You met John, didn't you? I got things to look forward to. She sighed. Don't forget to see Jay before class 2. She starts to fell across the front of Hana's desk. Seemed like this would be happening a lot. Is Jay really that hot? My head snapped back up, her eyes flashing. What did you say? She's drinking in front of your nose melt off. I've seen it happen. You sure you weren't hallucinating?
What?
What? Anyways, here's much. I'm super hungry. Oh. She looked at her back. She looked at Ma's backpack. Helped stuff out the class, but she worried that. But Hana worried that that if she didn't take some of the stuff out now, it might do the perfect. She might do the perfect damage to it. Especially with Satch's book on there. She could exactly afford a new backpack. So I'm gonna lock her first. Okay, now there are sesame seed buns. Oh. Okay, let's go ahead. Go find me, okay? Alright. She's lucky to have someone like her as her roommate. Quick as she could, she went to her locker and shoved the book inside. Because the book was definitely happy. She was definitely happy that she had mice, so she didn't have to read it. Her knew what she would do with herself, so she was PJ staring at her like that. Yeah, so love him. Wait a minute, here? even for something I'm really mad at it. It might just be the way that he was. She headed for the cafeteria. She ate her melon bread too. The mindful people searching for the now familiar sight of Mai's head. Where is she? She couldn't see her anywhere, and there were almost no empty seats. All around her, students circled each other, laughing and joking, sharing bites of foods, waiting the cops for service. Something showed very obvious and very asked very long. Is that right, is it? Just then she saw a table in the front of the room. The lone boy sat at it, stabbing his head with the vigor of a Roman general. He was having a hard time with it. She was close to him, working with the curse to sit with him. Well, no wonder he was eating his cake. No wonder he was eating his with a spoon. That takes some dedication. Like eating cereal with a fork. It takes dedication. Wait a second. This guy was in her class, wasn't he? She saw him that morning at the front of the room. He was wearing a jacket with Nobles clubs, but different. A golden gray jacket with 8 clock block on the front. Does he remember the club? Or maybe he was friends with them?
Hey!
Hey, what?
Hana!
Anna. Oh, hi. My favorite teen, her and the boy who gassed up at us before turning to spaghetti. Look at the package. I saved the table for you in the back. Oh. Here's the boy in the back at Mai. Come on. She grabbed her shoulder rather forcefully and pushed her to the back of the room. Hey, what's wrong? So I did. That kid is Brutal Moose. His real name is Ian. He's from the Hidden Block Club. So that's Ian. You should probably note that. It's kind of important. The Hidden Block Club? Yeah, I thought I know, but he's really weird. I mean, he around her to make sure no one was listening, but they were completely alone in their little corner of the cafeteria. She's in Comic Sans. Reminds me of somebody. From another game. That might be a little too popular. Fandom's kind of annoying. Whoa. Yeah, it better stay with him. Especially since you've already gotten to know some of the Nobles guys. What are you talking about? I just met John today. Yeah, right. It's not be just staring at you. He totally likes you.
Really?
Is that what you thought it was? Either I was blind, she had a serious case of wishful thinking. It could be both. But it's not the first one. I told you, he was so cute, just like a favorite manga. You met him in high school, full of love, you have fight aliens together. I don't know what that manga, which manga that is. I will read One Piece in the case we Detective Conan. I don't think that's going to happen. Think yourself, let's tell you what's happening. Let's do a PBT, can you see Jared? Oh, is that what you're saying? How far I should doubt see Tana. Was it possible that Mine only liked her because she thought she knew the Nobles guys? That could be the case though. She was so nice. Still, look at her shine with eager face. Look at her talk myself out of the idea. I just thought people didn't like me.
What?
Why would you think that? There's a lot of A's.
Well...
He's glaring at me. I just don't understand. It's a love triangle. A love triangle. You're sure it's all a pentagon? Wait, a triangle now? I can see it. So I try to grab it from her eyes. Yeah, I can't. But Hana, I love you.
PBG.
But my maidenhood. Where are you going with this? She set a fork on the table, most pleased with herself. Okay, just kidding. You're really cute with you, but she almost matched your hair. That's not fair at all. I beg to differ. Still. She was her mind, eager to change the subject. That was an impressive scenario.
What?
What now? It was I just meet up on the spot. Mine laughed nervously. Oh, so the girl who was talking to people got separated. Ma told the story of her past friendship with this girl like they were eternal arch nemesis. Huh. Antagonist? Being enemies with someone close to the protagonist? Totally normal. Apparently they have some bad blood. Mine nodded, choosing to take the time to relax. Before she knew it, they were finished eating. When they got up, talked to each other, as she headed to the door, though I hesitated. They goes to the back of the dorm. Oh, need help? No, I'm totally okay. I'm just going to go get it. I'll see you later, though, right?
See you later.
Okay, see you in class. She leaves and marches off the direction of the dorms. Alone again, she crossed her arms and headed back to Poppy Hall. Large groups of 7 or 8 people were weighing up the sun, playing catch and eating lunch on the lawn. It's never a good idea in my high school. Never a good idea to eat outside. Always rained when you went out to eat lunch. It's very watery meals. Brought my own lunch those days though. Rather not deal with the school's food because all the other cooked are no good. It was fun to have so many friends like that. She smiled, amazed that the school really would be better than her last. Now the students side, Poppy Hall looked a bit like an abandoned hospital. Professor Eckert asked she climbed the stairs to the 4th floor. With a sigh, she opened her locker and pulled out the book class gave her. Good thing that she brought it after all. He said the class to himself as she went by the window. The boy sat at the window still, and he jerked up when she came in. He was silhouetted by the afternoon sunshine, so she couldn't quite tell who he was. Oh, I'm sorry, did I bother you? The boy stood and shook his head, and across the desk on the opposite side of the room. As he passed, she was able to see him clearly. Then Rome's jacket? This guy. He was shamed for the Rome's club. How did he keep this? How does this happen to her? Shane sat down at his desk, fidgeted his hands a little, then turned to look at her. Your new girl? She nodded. My name is Hannah. It's nice to meet you. He nodded. Shane. Sasha was 15 them. Panic built up inside her. This was her chance to get in the Norwood's club, and she was blowing it. She walked to her desk and sat down, setting the book on top of it. You, Shane looked at her, unsmiling. You brought a Norwood's club? Yes, I am. Why? Spoke as if it were a challenge, almost glaring at her. Oh, I just saw your jacket, so... She trailed off. Jackets are really cool. Okay. Yes, they are. Sounds again. He seemed skeptical, as if he expected her to crawl out of her skin and reveal her to be a large amphibious reptile. She had to do something. Who knew when the this would come? But Shay didn't seem friendly. In fact, he seemed downright suspicious. Sure, it was onto her already. Maybe it was better to risk it. Again, if you give him space, he won't be an option later on. Let's try talking to him, though. So, you play games then? Shay looked over at her. I was interested in video games, but I didn't get to play them much growing up. They're really expensive, and my dad couldn't afford them, but I used to go over to my friend's house to play there. Shay didn't respond. Now what? She was all supposed to say. What did you play?
What?
What? Oh, Mario Kart. Go in a battle mode on the triple deck. He will drive around by himself on top of a loud shouty boots at the lowest level. To this spot next to the ramp, I waited there until my mom came racing down there to find me in the smash with a red shell. Yeah, I don't play the battle mode very often. I just do versus because it's a lot easier to run away when you can speed past them. And the boost showed in the face 4 times. Particularly after it faded away. He was smiling, sort of. He made the whole room seem 10 shades brighter, or maybe she was more relaxed. I must have been mad. She was, but she wasn't going to do it. Probably on purpose. Is your mom? Doors open. You meet our friends, a couple of China girls into the classroom. They stopped and stared for shame. It's clear that I thought they were interrupting something, even though they were sitting outside of the room. Sorry. No, it's fine. She'd be lying, she said, when having to caught them talking to Shane at the Norman's club. Yes, the Shane. Look, one of them. He goes went to the desk and sat down. What were you... Shane was staring at her again, an odd, hurt look on his face. She immediately felt like she was caught doing something she wasn't supposed to do. Did he know what she was trying to do? But she meant it wasn't like She didn't want to talk to him. He was an interesting guy. So she only talked to him because he was normal. But he turned, pulled up becomes a pen, and scribbled away, thoroughly ignoring her. The air was stuffy. She tugged the collar of her shirt, sweating, looking at her over their shoulders as if they were expecting something. She smiled hesitantly at them. Saw back to the starting conversation amongst themselves. The atmosphere was broken. She seized the highest sigh of relief. Look at these normal guys. Jones was asked when she spoke to him. But PG and Shane seemed to hate her. It must be the hair. Didn't anything but normal. Hover or iron? I'm not sorry. She waited for mine to come to class, waiting desperately to tell her what happened. When Lauren and Mrs. Stu started teaching, mine still hadn't come. Class came and went. The bell rang, and she was alone. People stared at her for the entirety of the class period. She was growing more and more menacing by the minute. Hal's face was stuck in a prayer frown, and she would never know. She and John didn't bother talking to her as they left the classroom, and the other students paired up around her. You, don't you get the camera this evening? Yeah, of course. But why are you talking like that? She stuffed her book into her backpack and headed to the dorm. With a sigh, she went the door to her dorm room. As soon as the door opened, she heard
What?
Maya and her lay in a heap on the floor. I'm so glad you're back. Judge Hans rounded her head and nuzzled her. What are you doing? Come look, look! She got off her and helped her to her feet. Down by his face, the images saw something that had changed. Oh my goodness, there was nothing it had before. Post threads were still up, but now the window had light pink curtains on it that cast a warm haze around the room. A brand new white carpet was on the floor. Pillows were piled high and mounted on the top bunk of the bed. Even their chairs were replaced new cushions with other ones. What happened here? I'm sorry I didn't tell you, but I wanted to surprise you. I was supposed to come in yesterday, but was delayed by a day. I will set up to be a big surprise. It's not done yet, though. There's just a small pot of plants that makes neat rows on her desk. Want to help?
Yeah.
Do I ever? They finished setting up the room, switching a few objects here and there in order to better protect the feng shui, which probably told them what total was extremely important. Excruciating me. I mean, important. I don't know about that. She actually wanted to make sure the room was filled with reds and pinks, coupled items. Though for what purpose, she wasn't sure. They clasped his house on the floor, then he's great big yawns. It's not even the end of the day yet, and I'm so tired. Me too. Wait! She shouted something with a jolt. We should get some ice cream.
Really?
Ice cream? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be... Anyways, the ice cream here on the campus is genuinely good, I promise.
I don't
And I'm paying.
know.
That gives me enough I can't refuse. Sweet, let's go. School shop was inside a building off the cafeteria, packed with instant noodles and giant bottles of soda. Students wanted the aisle aimlessly, clearly here more to spend time than money. My picking ice cream is good, they had ice cream cones. Hers is the one covered. Hana's the one covered in sprinkles. Whoa, this is delicious.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Lucky there was such good food on campus. This place would be awful if we didn't. I'm gonna stop talking about behind lunch. It's not as interesting as it sounds. She nodded and she was about to respond when she noticed a commotion outside. Oh, what's going on? Mike grabbed her arm and dragged her outside. There, the boys wearing nose tags were shouting at each other, each their faces turning purple. This again?
What?
What are you talking about? I clearly possesses the power of masculine form. Yeah, right, I'm telling you, and we're attracted to boot. Come on, guys, can't you not see these muscles? He held the sleeve of his jacket and flexed his arm. They always go on about weird stuff like this. They're very energetic. Oh yeah? Josh got in a downward facing doggy pose and grinned. Look at this butt. Just look at this. We don't understand why they're just ask Jared. Oh yeah? Paul D. Williams and took him a sprint heading straight for them. Check this out! He sprang in the air and his music spinning through the sky and finally came straight for Anna. When she opened her eyes, she was sprawled on the ground covered in dirt. Something cold went oozed on into the top of her blouse. Anna, are you okay? Shut up. Chuck's ice cream fell from her blouse to her skirt. What happened? You ran into some idiot. A uniform. It's ruined. A few seconds. Silence. The stickers dribbled around her like the whining of cicadas. So closed up. Water standing in her eyes.
No.
Not this. Not again. She stood up, prepared to walk away with dignity when the entirety of the Nobles Club suddenly appeared in front of her face.
What's up?
What happened here? Seriously? Tears had down her face. I'm right here. Didn't want to cry in front of them.
Hey.
Hannah, you alright? Going home. Wait, Hannah. It's fine, I just want to be alone for now. It took all of her will not to run back to the dorm. She changed her pajamas and climbed into bed, reaching for her stuffed rabbit. I did this just the last time. Ray stared at her with big, lifeless eyes. She squished him to her chest, losing herself in his soft floor. The door opened with a soft click. Anna, you okay? She rolled over in bed to face the wall, pretending to be asleep. My student sat in the room for a while, looking at her. Finally, she sat down at her desk and began to work on something. The sound of her pencil scratching against the paper stilled her mind, stilled Hannah's mind. She didn't know how many hours passed, but eventually she fell asleep. So that's all I have for today's episode. Try to save here. Next time we'll continue with the story. Till then.